Yeah, also very, very well. And it's great. It's Wednesday again, middle of the week. It's hump day, as they say in the classics.
All downhill from here.
That's exactly right. Downhill to the weekend.
I don't know how we got here so quickly. Like the week for me is like flown by.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But that's because we are having fun, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun today as well, just to, to get the week into the right frame of mind. But then
Oh,
again,
I want to have a lot of fun, Quinton. I want to have a
okay.
lot of.
All right, you can have a lot of fun. I'll just watch because I actually wondered, as a personal trainer, is it a fun job to have? Is it, do you enjoy being a personal trainer?
I think you could ask that question to literally anyone, and it depends if the job is suited to what your likes and your needs and what your wants are. If it ticks the boxes of what you want out of a job, and
Correct.
if passion plays a part in that, then I think if you're passionate about anything, it depends on whatever the topic. We're talking about personal training, but I
Yeah.
think it's a lot more fun if you're passionate about it. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. It is very cool. I suppose I've sort of wondered about this type of thing, but I chose a different path. I went into digital marketing and all of that sort of stuff. But if you're passionate about something, they say that if you work in something that you enjoy, you will never work a day in your life. And I think there's some truth to that. But there's also sort of other elements to it because I actually wondered, as a person. Well, is that is that feedback coming from your side or my side? Who's
It was
guilty?
my side. Just carry on, Quinton.
All right. Okay. So, but it's a lot of us. Eventually the passion sort of starts waning because you get into the how to and what's the process and what are all the tasks that I would have to fulfill. So, is that with a personal trainer? Do you also kind of have the danger of falling into that rut?
Well, I mean, there's always the danger of that, depending on how you direct your business and where you direct your attention. But if when for me, if I can get to a place where I can hire someone to do all the stuff that I don't enjoy, then also like it also weighs a little bit in a different favor. But if you're struggling in your business and you're not advancing in terms of adding more revenue, that's obviously only one marker of success. But adding more
Yeah.
revenue can give you an outlet in order to outsource the things that you either don't want to do, but in my example, the things that you're not good at, and I wasn't good at marketing. I still am not good at marketing. And then I found you, and you helped a lot, and that has actually been a big game changer for me because it takes a lot of the pressure off of an area that I know I'm weak of, and I think inherently we don't enjoy the things that we're not good at.
Yeah.
Uh, so that has been a big game changer in just that one aspect of obviously what you asked me.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So the other thing is I speak to a lot of personal trainers, and often the first thing that they talk about is the things that they're passionate about is seeing the changes in their clients. Seeing the transformation in taking somebody from where they may be overweight or unfit or whatever, and getting them right through to the other side. Is that sort of more important than the process and actually doing the training?
it depends on the person, obviously, but I'm in this aspect. I'm on both sides. I really love the process. I love those little aha moments um, with like when people start to get it or when they get a little bit stronger and they achieve that like little goal or they just start noticing things are changing like they're able to do a couple more push-ups or their waist feels a little bit smaller, but yeah, those I suppose those that's the result. I'm kind of talking about both of them, so
Yes.
let me try and segment them better. I love the process of it is very, very cool. Bringing the tools and giving the tools to someone, of something that is important to them to know how to do. So it could be whatever their transformation is, but giving them the tools to create that process. I found incredibly empowering, not just for me, but for them. And I also, like I said, I like both of these. I also love having those results. So like the things I've already given, it doesn't have to be the end result. What I'm talking about is also the small little milestones
Yeah,
that I see as the result. I know the fitness industry for me is not a okay. I've got to that point and that's it. It's not
yeah,
like my goal was to make $1 million and then that's it. Like I've got to that point, so whatever, I'm
yeah.
done. It's an ongoing process, but the results, I think, those little milestones, like those kind of become like a compilation and become bigger and bigger things.
Yeah,
So the process and the result work hand in hand, I think, and
I
I
think
love them. I think I love them equally as much.
yeah, I think the problem is when personal trainers get stuck in their process, or they fall in love, or they feel that they're married to their process, and they never want to change. When actually the point is whatever can help you get your client the best results in the best in the quickest amount of time, that should be what you actually focused on, instead of your little special thing that you've developed.
I mean, people love comfort zones in general. And if your thing that your system or the way in which you've got results is working, we're not taking that away from anyone. We're not saying that you need to dump it because new is always better and always use technology when you can. However, there's a difference between keeping that mindset or keeping that one thing, and using tools to aid it or to make it better, and
Yeah.
being set in your ways and saying, this is the way I've always done it. This is the way I only want to do it. I don't want to change. I don't want to hear about anything else. I don't want to try new software. I don't want to evolve that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you
I think
definitely make
a
sure you're not
lot.
doing that.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's not just a PT thing. I think it's in general. We're talking about the digital revolution of life being changing so fast, and with the pandemic, it just kind of sped up that whole process. And for those people who didn't want to use Zoom ever, 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 are now doing Zoom. Not that we saying that you have to use Zoom for physical training, but that's just an example in everyday life where Zoom has now become your, where you have meetings. It's becoming where you have parties. It's becoming where you exercise. You kind of Zoom is sort of become such a big part of our lives.
Look, nothing beats the real thing, Quentin.
True.
Let's not kid ourselves. However, we can definitely use tools like Zoom. So Zoom is not the example that we're talking here. We're talking about using tools in order to take, let's say, a business online, let's say a PT business online. We definitely advocate in using the best tools in order to make your business as good as possible. So if that's scalability, if you like to help people, you're going to want to be able to help lots of people. And the only really way that's by lots of people, obviously, a lot of people too can be 10 people, in which case, if that's what your aspirations are, carry on maybe doing it the way that you're doing. But nowadays, with technology and with using maybe systems that work and marrying them with technology and things like Zoom, like applications, like all of the new tools that we have at our disposal, 10 clients or 10 people is not a lot of people anymore. And we've seen trainers service thousands of clients.
Yeah, yeah,
Not obviously in a one-to-one sense. It's not they're not telling those people they're giving them one-on-one attention. That's impossible. However, they have learned how to package what they know and be able to deliver it to a heck of a lot more people. And
yeah,
with technology, you can take what you know and send it to a lot of people. And in which case, you actually are helping someone in the same way. If you do it correctly, all the knowledge that you've given the person, that your 10 people that you may be babying and patting around the box, and these people you can do that in a way nowadays using technology to thousands of people. Now,
yeah,
thousands is a lot bigger number than 10 people, but
yeah,
if that's not your aspiration, then we're not trying to like change your mind on that. Like if you want to stay a small like business, or if you want to stay doing things the old way, that's cool. But there are other alternatives. And if you if your goal is to help as many people as possible, the only way to do that on a large scale is to incorporate tools and technology and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's in both two facets, because we teach in our course, we teach people how to get clients online, and then also how to train those clients online in the most efficient way. And for both of those facets, the better your tools are, the more efficient you are going to be at what you're doing. And efficiency means time saving, and time saving means you get your life back.
Yeah, well, get your life back. It's 100% true what you're saying, because I think we've definitely gone down that road of this whole like economic system where businesses are asking more and more from us because like money is becoming less and less, economy is worse and worse. And so obviously as a business owner, what you're paying someone to do for you, for example, they're automatically going to squeeze a little bit harder because the tap is not flowing as well as it was before. And in order to do that, it's very easy to direct and put pressure on your employees. And then it becomes a very uncomfortable situation. You can be overworked. There's obviously a lot to that. We don't want to like come here and like bash like a model or something, but being a personal trainer, well, my point is being a personal trainer is one of the easiest businesses in the world so that you can work for yourself. Yeah. You don't need a heck of a lot to open up your own business nowadays. You don't. The old mindset was if you're going to be a personal trainer and you want your own business, you need to open a gym.
Oh yes.
Not true. You can do a virtual gym. Okay, that's just an example. But also you can be a mobile trainer, like what I do in my in-person clients, with my in-person clients. I've made a small investment into some strategic equipment that I can now take with and reuse. Obviously, I don't have to pay rental fees, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, what I'm saying is you can be a business owner and not have those pressures come to you from being an employee as a fitness, as someone in the fitness industry, quite easy. The barrier of entry is quite low.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. That's very interesting. I think what, so just to sort of let people know a little bit about the course that we're doing is that we take a lot of these tools and we give you the ones that we know work and that we've used. We give those to you, and then we show you how to work with those tools to get your online training best way to get the clients and to train the clients. And that's what the course is about, is the shortcut to get you there as fast as we can.
100%. I mean, if you need anything else, we don't think that you do in order to launch a successful business. But if you do, and we find something that we can fill in, let's say the cracks, we are open to suggestions. We're open to evolving the course. If there's another person that needs to come on board, we're definitely going to do that. If there's new tools that are better than what we're using right now, we'll do the research on them. We're not subscribed to a certain or it's not an affiliate or network marketing thing where we're like, this is the tool, the best tool, because I'm actually getting paid for this. We're literally selling you the system.
Yeah.
And if it's this tool or that tool, or if there's this, what the technology that we use gets replaced by something else, we'll happily move to something else because we want to help people make that step. So what we're bringing it back to conversation that we were saying earlier, we want to help people make that step, that maybe you have a system that's up and running and you already have a successful system, but it might be the old way of doing things. We want to show you how to incorporate new tools.
Yeah.
You could be someone that doesn't even have an existing business. You could be someone that is still getting your qualification. That kind of person can also get on the course because you can actually learn a lot of the aspects that you need to get a qualification while you're doing this on, let's say, non-paying clients like friends and family type of thing. Right. Or you could be in a situation where you've got a qualification and you haven't used it. Maybe you envisioned doing it part-time, you never got around to it. Maybe it's just you've got an old dusty qualification and it never really worked for you. And this can be an avenue if you ever envision doing part-time, like personal training or something in the fitness industry part-time. Doing it online, realistically, this can be a side hustle. This can be a side business.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very cool. Thank you very much, Neil. That was insightful. I think what people must do, if because we'll be taking in some more students pretty soon. We hope we will be starting on the 27th of September. Is the Wednesday right? Have I got the date right? That's when we'll start training people. If you are interested in being part of this intake, you can just comment below this video, and we'll get in touch with you, or you can go to the trainme.academy website. So it's www.trainme.academy, and you can go in there and you'll find more details about the course, a little overview video that we've got on there, and then just get registered, and we'll see you on the 27th.
Yeah, also just don't be afraid to have a conversation with us. Go to our website, check out our videos. It outlines things very nicely, but if you have any questions, or if you just literally want to find out more, or discuss something, send us a personal message, or comment on. We've got a Facebook group as well, where we making discussion points, and we're actively engaging with people, answering their questions, finding out more about them. Speak with us there. If that's too public for you, send us a private message. We'll give you a call. We'll speak to you on the phone. This is not one of those just fill out my form and that's it. we actively have coaching sessions as well. So we help you engage with the lessons. So there's lessons, and then there's also implementation sessions where we help bridge the gap between, okay, this is the theory that we've given you. Okay, your situation might be a little bit different. Let's show you how we can kind of tweak that and make it work for your situation.
Fantastic. All right, cool. Thanks, Neil. That was a lot of fun as usual. And we'll be back on Wednesday next week. And then we'll have another Wednesday, and then the course starts. But we'll keep these live sessions going. So, yeah, like Neil says, get in touch whichever way you can. Just push our button and we'll get back to you and we'll have a chat.
Any way you can. Smoke signals won't work, but otherwise everything else works. Email, direct message, any one of those. And just to clarify, the 27th is the Monday, which is the final week of the 27th. Yeah, it's the final registration day is on the Monday, but the course officially starts on the 29th, which is the Wednesday.
Thanks for correcting me, Neil.
That's why I'm there.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.